Hello Pisces, this is Dandelion Rose and this is a timeless love reading. So, hello and welcome. So, you're going to hear a lot of M's because that's how I read and that's how I think and trying to get, I don't know, the messages right in my head before they come out. What else? Right, the reason why the reason why they are timeless readings is that at the moment I just don't have the time in my schedule, whatever you want to call it, to put readings out each week or fortnightly. I just don't. I don't have the time. And I don't want to feel pressured. Do you know what I mean? I like to do the readings and I like to get them out for collective, but I don't want to feel pressured. So, like, you know, I just want to be happy to get them out. So, what else? Yeah, because I'm also not taking any private readings on at the moment. I've got people I read for and that's all I've got time for. So, I can't think of anything else. So if it applies, great. If it doesn't, just move it on. Don't make it apply to your situation if it doesn't. Just kind of, just bear with me. I said try and get comfortable. Yeah, and I'll explain the spread in a moment. So I've just done Aquarius' reading, and it was more of a business reading, so I'm hoping, like for yourselves, for those, right, you've got 4 for the bottom, which we're going to take. Let's just see what your energy is, Pisces. Oh, sorry, I just felt called to, I could feel it in my fingers, and potential outcome or advice. Potential outcome or advice. Why is that your advice? Why is that your advice? Has any of you got a ginger cat? Because I'm really being drawn to this ginger cat here. Okay. Right. Let's get cracking. So I'm going to explain. This is your energy. This is the potential outcome advice. Top row is the last couple of weeks to couple of months maximum. Could be more, I suppose. The middle row is what's occurring now, and the bottom row is what's happening in the next week or so, up to 2 months max, I'd say. And like I said, it's timeless reading. If it doesn't apply, just let it, as one reader on Instagram goes, let it fly. So anyway, let's get cracking, and I do hope your message is not as stressful as Aquarius is. Okay, so let's start with your energy. Your energy is the 4 of Wands. So 4 of Wands can be weddings, celebrations. It could just be like, I sometimes get with that, it's spending time with family. You're very, your mind is very much on family. Or it could be your energy is very much that you want a family. Maybe you want to meet somebody and start a family. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's heavy on your mind. Okay, so let's start. So as I said, top row, you've got Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I'd say that you had a new start. Now it could be monetary, or it could be with an earth sign because it's Pentacles, but it was a stable offer, I'd say, or a stable start that seemed quite grounded. But for some reason, with the 2 of Wands, you were met with a choice. So whether you had 2 options, I'm not 100% sure. It could be them 2 choices. It could be the fact that you're like, do I actually really want to date? Do I want to, you know, or should I just get on the apps, or should I get myself out there? It could be that it could even be that you're married and you're like, money's been on your mind and what have you, and it's kind of like this having an impact, or maybe planning for a wedding. And it could very well be that you're planning for a wedding thinking, I've got the money, what way do we do? Do I actually want to get married? Or if you're married, I hope you're not on here if you're married, to be honest with you. But I get it. Trust me, I've never been married, but I've been in long-term relationships that you end up on the tarot readings. Yeah, it could be like, I still want to be married even, but I don't get that. I actually just get there's some kind of choice, and you were kind of there like, what do I do? And then with the Six of Pentacles is normally like a sharing of, it could be, well, if you think like this, it could be like somebody spending on you, sharing their money, or it could be equal sharing of resources. It could be the fact that maybe you felt you were putting more into the potential relationship, situationship, or, you know, if you're in a long-term relationship, that maybe you felt was a little bit unequal because, you know, or as if you were being breadcrumbed even. It could even be that. Like, but maybe it started off a good start. Do you know what I mean? Good solid start, invested in you, got to a point where it's like, oh, do I stick with this like person, or do I carry on dating others? Maybe then this person started breadcrumbing. It could be that you started choosing to give your time to a few more people instead of just focusing on one. Anyway, we'll move on. What's going on at the moment is Five of Pentacles. So someone's been left out in the cold. Someone's feeling emotionally shut out. I mean, normally with the Five of Pentacles, it's like a loss of money. It could very well be that. It could be like, you know, maybe you feel as if like you lost, maybe you were invested in somebody, because like you've got the Six of Cups and then the Death card. So this is kind of telling me that you either possibly was dealing with someone that you felt was like a soulmate, someone that you'd known, you know, before in a previous lifetime. It might have been a childhood sweetheart. It might be someone that you dated, you know, years ago and come back round. But whatever's happened, you feel as if you've been shut out, and you're actually like with the Death card, which could be a Scorpio, but I feel that there's been a transformation of this. It's like you're leaving it behind. Like they've shut you out in the cold. It was with somebody that you really thought, you know, you were going somewhere with, and you've transformed, you're cutting ties with it. Or it could be that you've been on the dating scene and what have you, and you just feel like, bloody hell, out of pocket, like just shut out from everyone really, and just think, is it ever going to bloody happen? So that's what you're feeling now. And maybe you've got a friend around you or someone around you that you're interested in, or they're interested in you, and this ends up transforming into something else. So let's see. So in the next couple of weeks to a couple of months, you've got the Six of Swords, the Devil, the Page of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So with the Six of Swords, it feels as if it's like a transition. So there's either a relationship transitioning into something else, or you're moving on from this. So with the Six of Swords, we normally say you're going into calmer waters, but you're already in the calmer waters. So because you're in the thick of this now, you're already there. You've already kind of moved on. If it's that it's someone that you've known before or what have you, and it's transitioned, there's going to be a death to like friendship that's going to turn into something else. It's going to become hot and heavy and very see, with the Devil card, it could be a Capricorn. It could be that you start to they get quite obsessional about you, or you them. It can be attachment, it can be addictions, it can be just unhealthy things. Do you know what I mean? In relationship. Now it's not upside down, but I don't generally read reversals. So for me, this is I feel this is going to be really hot, heavy, fast because of the fire. It could very well be a Capricorn though, or someone Capricorn placements. But I'm also getting Aries. I don't know why, because it's not an Aries card, but a lot of fire. There's going to be a message, an emotional message. And I feel with this page, I think you're going to get communication that seems quite innocent, you know, like quite lovely, but there's that behind it. I don't know if you can see, there's a lot of passion, a lot of fire, and maybe a little bit too hot and heavy, a little bit of, do you know what I mean? But there's a lot of fire, but it's almost as if it's an emotional message that is hiding the amount of passion or attraction that's behind it. But for some reason with the Seven of Wands, I feel that you're going to have to stand up for yourself. So for me, I'm thinking this is where and forgive me Pisces, you're lovely, but in relation, well, let me explain myself. You're lovely, that sounds like I'm going to criticise you. I'm not going to criticise you at all. You're the most caring, thoughtful people I've ever met, and very loving. Trust and believe me, I wouldn't want to cross you, really annoy you, because yeah, you can really say your piece. A lot of people underestimate you, a lot. But what I will say is sometimes in relationships you lose yourself, and you can also sometimes be attracted to quite toxic people that don't pour into you, so you end up pouring all of yourself into them. And I think with this, God, what do I sound like? With this, I think it's telling you you're going to have to put some boundaries up. This person, I feel, is going to be so passionate, they're almost going to railroad you. So it's not bad, but it's just saying have some boundaries. You need to put up boundaries, and you need to stick up for yourself. So it'd be like if they want to do something or they suggest something and you don't, then say you don't. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, look, see that this person's going to be quite, could be an Aries, and I did say Aries, didn't I? And Knight of Cups. So Knight of Cups can be very like, again, another emotional offer, younger person, but it could be that they get very swept up in, very swept up in love, so they're not that grounded, so they'll come in, they'll sweep you off the feet, and then out they go, and you're just left. So I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but I'm saying that this person also could be in love with being in love. I do apologise. You need to speak up for yourself. For me to be getting hiccups like that, and this boundaries, you need to stick up for yourself. You need to, that sounds awful, like they're going to attack you, but like, voice how you feel. Don't be railroading. Just put boundaries up. All right. So they're going to be really passionate when they come in. Very headstrong, and they go after what they want. And I think that might just swipe you. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like be on your guard and have your wits about you. Anyway, so the advice card, or potential outcomes. So I'm taking this as advice. Let me put my glasses on. I don't know why I'm trying to read these without my glasses. It's right. So here is the Ten of Cups. Right, the Ten of Cups is like fulfillment. You know, you've got everything you want. Happy home. But in this card, it's like there's two ladies. Don't take genders, but there's two ladies. There's bees. So it'd be about right now, May. And there's this ginger cat. Whatever. But this could be you with this person. Do you know what I mean? It could be, you know, spending time together and you feel like it. But I think with the High Priestess, it's saying don't get swept away in illusions. Use your intuition. Have the boundaries. And also, I feel with the boundaries, like ensure that you're still spending time with those that you love, family, friends, what have you. Let this person know that you're not, I don't mean play games, and I'm not saying play games, I'm saying don't let this person monopolise the whole of all your time. You be strong with your boundaries, you communicate when you've got time, and you give time to your family. When you're with your family, you don't answer messages and stuff like that. Sounds quite bossy reading, but this is what I'm being given. Yeah, I think this person's potentially going to come in really hot and heavy, which is nice, don't get me wrong. But, like, I think they're going to know how to push your buttons. And I don't mean in a bad way, I mean in a good way. And that's why I'm saying, have some boundaries, keep a cool head, trust your intuition, don't be swept up, spend time with family. And yeah, so quite nice. If you're still here, Pisces, I'd really appreciate a like, subscribe even. And yeah, I wish you luck, and I'll see you next time.